you got some insight on the reading, sweetheart. Hi, Davina Nichols. So anyways, don't pay anyone in the, in the comments
So,
personal readings, because that
sorry, I
guy's
have to turn this down.
trying to be me. Another thing I would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this later. Everybody, good evening. I'm eating dinner right now, so excuse me. But I'm gonna do a little story time while eating because this is funny and I want y'all to have a good laugh at this. So, like I say, if you seen the video earlier, you will see that the appointment I had today was very funny. So, I have a funny story to tell y'all. So, overall, my whole experience in the dermatology in the field is hilarious and it's something to really think about because I was sitting here just freaking out while I'm sitting here eating. I'm freaking out. And I was freaking out because I was like, yo, ain't no way, shape, or form has any professionals that I seen and know touch their patients the way this one was touching me. It's like, this is in no way, shape, or form am I trying to exploit him or trying to get him fired. Because, like I said, I never said anything and I'm still not saying nothing. And it's funny because he felt so embarrassed and ashamed at the same time. And I'm like, sweetie, it's okay to have a crush on somebody. It's okay that you like me and that you had a long ass crush on me because he was crushing on me for almost a year now. And it's funny how he stopped seeing me for a while, right? So he was freaked out so bad. And this is what I was saying to you out there. He was freaking out so bad about my response that you would have thought that I threw him the kitty cat like I threw him the cookie. And the funny thing was, I was never going to ever give him that cookie. So I'm being serious here because one, he's married. Two, I'm not with that shit. I don't do that. Look, it's called karma. I believe in karma very much. Is good karma and bad karma, and this would be bad karma. So I was sitting here like, well, damn, you act like I threw my cookie at you from the way you just freaked out and you hot out for like a whole month and a half. I didn't know it was that serious to begin with. So I started laughing about it and I was like, yo, what is going on with him? And a part of me, like, I really wanted to sit down and talk to him, but shit looks suspicious if you try to talk to your doctor alone in one room and everybody else is in another room. And I was sitting here just thinking about a whole lot of stuff, like what to say to him and how to say it. But I was like, at the end of the day, really didn't need to say anything because he showed up. Like I say, you can't tell me that he didn't see my post. He saw my post. Clearly he saw my post on Instagram because he showed up today. That's what matters. And that's what's funny because he showed up. And I was sitting here just laughing to myself. Like, I was sitting here laughing to myself, like saying that, wow, he really did see that post. Because that post, like I said, at least it was the truth. I wasn't saying something that was false. I wasn't saying nothing that was like pretty much throwing him under the bus and letting the whole world know the whole story. I pretty much just said, it's funny how you duck and dodge from your patient, someone that you was flirting with, and all of a sudden you want to disappear because you felt ashamed for flirting with me. And I'm sitting here staying quiet about it. So I'm like, yo, it really wasn't that serious. If you clearly didn't see me say anything to anybody, why are you sitting here ducking and dodging like people found out about us? Nobody ain't find out about you or me. And I'm sitting here like, well, there's nothing to find out other than the fact that you was flirting with me for a whole 9.5 months. So this is why I was saying that it was just hilarious to me, and then to see him walk in the room today. So I'm usually there for a follow up because of my acne, and since y'all didn't know, I grew up with acne problems a whole lot, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I tried all types of creams, washes, everything. I use masks, and then my grandmother taught me how to use a face mask, and that's how she, managed to keep her skin smooth. And it was genetics, but somehow it skipped me. Okay, I didn't grow up with the clearest skin. I didn't, grow up with the most developed body. It took some time, and it took my aunt and my ex best friend slash ex boyfriend, my very first boyfriend, to teach me how to keep everything looking good. Like keep my hair neat, keep my body clothed up, and wear bras and stuff like that. Like I grew up learning how to be a real lady because of my aunt and because of my first boyfriend. And then I was always a tomboy at that. And was struggle, okay, the what's the worst struggle of all was learning how to stay feminine, learning how to come off as a feminine person to other people's, and learning how to keep myself, feeling like a feminine, because I never felt like this growing up. Seriously, if y'all knew me back then, y'all would have saw my whole tomboy side. Y'all would have saw me acting like a boy, talk like a boy. I was even hanging out with boys 24/7. I wasn't hanging out with females. I never had female friends. So all my life I was surrounded by guys, and I trusted guys. I didn't trust nobody. And because I never been fucked over by a guy before, I never ever been disrespected. And everything I was doing, people was looking at me like, oh, like that's cool. Like how the hell she did that? Or if she could do that, I could do that. So now, after all these years of learning my femininity and learning how to be a feminine, learning how to present myself as one, I started to get more attention. And it kind of, like I say, it was kind of weird because I never believed that I could get anybody's attention for that matter. Because, like I said, I never was that cocky about myself. I was never that confident. And I could be walking down the street, in my head, I'm just a regular old person wearing regular old clothes. And I'm more like an old school fashion sense type of girl. So you won't see me with the latest trends. And to me, I'm like, okay, it's nothing. But to everybody outside of me, they like, you pretty. And I actually had people come up to me and was like, yo, you very freaking pretty. Like, you don't even have to wear much makeup. You don't have to do extravagant stuff for you to feel good about yourself or to look good, because people are already looking at you. And I had 2 or 3 people tell me this almost every week, and then even my neighbors starting to notice. And I go outside with my hair tied up and I'm wearing sweats, and I was still getting noticed. So what does that say about me? So that's why I was like, yo, if I didn't know this before, I'm noticing now. And if I didn't feel sexy before, I should be feeling that now. Right? So that was the number one thing I needed to learn how to do. So I went to try it out. I wanted to test it out on guys to see if my femininity would come out the way I want to by showing off my curves or flirting with them. And it was just, like I say, it was just another test, and kind of found out it worked. So I started using it and abusing it just a little bit, but at least I got some attention and I got the right results. So I'm still to this day still learning about my femininity. But like I say, back to the whole dermatologist situation, I thought it was funny. Like I say, I finally got his attention because I wanted to let him know it wasn't that serious to begin with. I wasn't going to sit here and blow his ass up. The only reason why I was threatened to blow him up is because the way he was acting towards me. And it was so disrespectful. It was so uncalled for, and it was unprofessional. And I don't feel like nobody should be doing that. You shouldn't be able to do that. If nobody ain't saying nothing, sweetie, trust and believe your secret is safe with me. You're flirting with me, even though you shouldn't be flirting with me because you're married, but your secret is safe with me. If you try to cross me, then your secret is out for everybody to hear on Front Street. That's all I gotta say.